how crazy is this? How crazy is it to play $40,000 approximately of amplifiers and turntables and phono preamps through a $550 speaker? It's kind of crazy. But I've been doing it lately just for the fun of it, really. And it's pretty amazing. So the $40,000 worth of audio is, in no order particular, my SME Model 15 turntable, Ortofon Cadenza Blue cartridge, a preamp I'm reviewing, a phono preamp I'm reviewing by Modrite. It's the PH 9.0. So that's the front-end phono part. For digital, there's a PS Audio Perfect Wave Transport. There's a PS Audio, not a PS Audio, a Jagercell DAC. The preamp itself for the system is a PassLabs XP30. The power amplifier is a First Watt SIT3. Now the speaker, all of that is about 40 grand, plus cables. I didn't include the cables. And the speaker is the speaker of the year, the Klipsch RP 600M. $550 in the plain vinyl wrap finishes. If you want to splurge, you can get it in piano black for $650. Now, please understand, when I reviewed the speaker, I used an NAD C316 BEE power integrated amp for most of the listening time with the Klipsch's. That amp is about $400. So for the bulk of my listening time with this speaker, I've been using a $400 amplifier. But just for fun, and it is fun, I played my own main system through the Klipsch's. And it's really freaking amazing. When you put all of that, which is an unrealistic thing, but just as an experiment, when you put all of that through a $550 speaker, it doesn't sound like a $550 speaker. It just sounds amazing because it has delicacy, it has sweetness, it has warmth, it has juice, and of course, being a horn speaker, it has dynamic. And I don't mean just the big dynamics. I mean the subtle, the touch of a piano, like when Horowitz plays, or Jimi Hendrix's guitar just sounds more Jimi Hendrix. I listened to Duke Ellington, Blues at Orbit album that was recorded at the Columbia 30th Street studio, and you just hear that studio. It was formerly a church, and you just hear the instruments in that space. It's really just extraordinary. Now the thing is, it's, as I say, this is just an experiment. I'm not recommending people take super expensive electronics and play them through inexpensive speakers. But the interesting thing is, if you reverse this equation and you played, inexpensive electronics, like $1,000 worth of a system through a $40,000 speaker, it would sound horrible. It just doesn't work the other way. You can't go the other way. I mean, you can if you want to as an experiment, of course. If you want to take $1,000 worth of, a turntable, a CD player, and an amplifier and play it through a $40,000 speaker, you'll just be crippling the speaker. It just won't sound all that good. It won't sound unlistenable. Probably, no, I don't think it will sound unlistenable. But it wouldn't sound anywhere near as good as the potential of that speaker. So, back to what I'm doing here is, this shows you the real potential of a speaker. One of the reasons I did this is because back in my salesman days selling high-end audio in the 80s and 90s, we had a pair of Apogee speakers set up in the big high-end room. Apogees were full-range ribbon speakers. And sometimes we would do this similar thing, where we would take a pair of, I think it was Wharfdale Diamonds, like a $300 small monitor speaker, and put them behind the Apogees, and then play these Wharfdales basically through, because the Apogees were panel speakers. We would play the Wharfdales for people, and then they thought they were hearing the Apogees, and they'd say, "Oh my God, they're so transparent, they're so amazing, they're so wonderful," when they were actually hearing these $300 speakers. But we were playing these $300 speakers with, I don't know, at that point, maybe $30 or $40 or $50,000 worth of stuff behind those speakers. So that was where I guess I was in the back of my brain why I was doing this in the first place. Because I really do think for reviewing purposes, speakers should be played with the kind of electronics that would likely be used with them, which is why I used the NAD C316BE when I reviewed the Klipsch. But just for fun, I did this experiment, and it is incredible how good an inexpensive but well-designed speaker can sound if you feed it with the best. So if you guys have ever done a similar experiment like that, or actually just live with it, let me know. And if you've done the opposite experiment where you play really expensive speakers with really crappy electronics, chime in with that too in the comment section below. So I will link to my Speaker of the Year review, the Klipsch RP 600M, in the caption below this video. I will link to the NAD and the C316, my review on CNET. I think we're done. So the other thing that I don't point this out often enough, is that there are playlists for this YouTube channel. So you can see all of my headphone reviews and all of my speaker reviews and all of my rants and the audiophiliac of the day. All sorts of stuff is collected in those playlists. So check those out. Subscribe if you like this YouTube channel. Like this video if you like it. And I'll see you again real soon. Thanks so much for watching.